Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 Studio. And if you want to hear us on the World Wide Web, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com, click and listen, or you can go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM, and you can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
And Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400. Good morning to you.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Don't forget to welcome Twitter, Mr. E. We got to welcome LinkedIn and YouTube. If you like, share, follow, subscribe, comment, we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, follow, and subscribe.
Do all of that, and we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Shout you out.
Mr. E, it's a beautiful day. He is going to be a little bit muggy in the Hampton Roads area. We got a lot of rain last night and this morning, but other than that, it's okay. How was your weekend, though?
Well, I had a great weekend. I visited a church, and that was the ball game. Then I went back to my church, and that was it. Had a great weekend. I was sitting around looking at the Young League, the American League Baseball.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, I had a great weekend. Just sitting back, enjoying life, enjoying work. I did a little work during the weekend, and just a lot of fun as well. Me and my daughter went out, and we did some special things that we'll announce later on. But other than that, it was gravy.
I want to say good morning to Miss Jewel Colprue. Good morning to you and a host of others.
I tell you what, it was a beautiful weekend. It's Monday today. We're moving forward. God is good. And it is Monday Sports Talk. This is you to change your did. There it is. Anyway, we have a wonderful guest, a special guest, and I'm so glad he is on this segment because he is just an expert.
Guest.
He's a specialist. He's our friend, and we've known him for a while. He's been out there. You all know him. He's Cedric Bailey. He is a commentator. He's a news editor for La Vida. I hope I'm pronouncing it good, right. Sports, and he does so many things. Good morning, Cedric.
Good morning, Lady Hinton. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, you sound so good. That voice is just nothing but radio and just everything. It's lovely. You sound great. Are you feeling as good as you sound?
I feel good, and I thank God for it each and every day.
And you're not James Brown.
Cedric, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about your position as news editor.
Well, first of all, I want to send a shout out to everybody that's listening to station, WGPL 1350, there in Portsmouth, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads, Suffolk, Smithfield, Newport News, even all the way up on the Outer Banks of Cape Charles. I'm listening to it on today, even in Colonial Williamsburg. I'm glad to be with you guys today. Both of y'all are good friends of mine, and I have been in radio now for 37 years.
Wow. What is it you like about radio?
Oh, it's beautiful because, I started off in Oklahoma. I even did a little TV. I worked at a TV station. I was a cameraman. I also had the chance to do news updates, and I did sports updates. And that was back in the 80s. But I decided to concentrate on radio and been doing this for a long time. And then I had the opportunity to replace a gentleman by the name of Jeff Jones. Jeff was the writer for the Levita News. He was the alumni of Wiley College in Marshall, Texas. So as everybody knows about Wiley, if you've seen the movie The Great Debater, then you know that is a town in East Texas. And definitely I followed his shoes. I just took the newspaper to another level and started covering events. Did the Cowboys. I did the Mavericks. I even did the Texas Rangers. Been to the Super Bowl, been to the World Series twice. Been to the NBA Finals 3 times with the Dallas Mavericks. And, I was there this year when the Mavericks played the Golden State Warriors. I was right there. They kind of changed it because of COVID protocols. But I was real close to friends with Rick Carlisle and Avery Johnson during that time.
Wow. I was going to ask you, Cedric, the NBA, how often you follow them or report on what's going on in the NBA. And I also wanted to know, which do you like the best, the NBA season or the NFL season?
That's a good question. Really, I'm a baseball man. If you want
what?
To yeah, so that's what I was. As a matter of fact, I got selected here recently to throw out the first pitch.
Congratulations!
Of the Negro League, the Dallas Black
Giants.
Oh wow! Ernie Banks played for. But my main sport is baseball. That's what I love the most. Football was second, basketball was third, but I love them all.
Oh wow! See, I never knew that about baseball. But tell us, when do you ever come this way? I don't ever hear you talking about coming to Hampton Roads anymore.
Well, it's a good reason is because we just went to Atlanta for the Stellars. Then I celebrated my 60th birthday by going to Cozumel, and I've been to Vegas, and I've been, just been traveling. But the Carolinas and of course Virginia is on my radar for 2023.
Very good.
And the main thing right now, is because of family. We got to take care of our family.
Yes.
And I have a niece and a nephew that I'm concerned about, and my daughter, and my son. So
absolutely.
Family first.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the NFL. Who is your team? I think you mentioned it before, but I want to hear it loud and clear.
I know it was hard. I had to tell them the truth because the word says I don't even know if it's in there, but I just know what mine said. The truth will set you free.
It will set you free.
I just made the announcement. I crossed over on the show, and I went back to my original team, the Raiders. Matter of fact, I went to the Cowboy game.
Yes.
And sat right there, and that was a crazy game. We beat them.
Oh my.
It was a hard thing to do, but I had to do it.
That's what I was going to ask you. Was it hard?
Yeah, it was hard because, growing up, I grew up as a Raider. I liked John Madden. I loved the team. But then I got taken to the Cowboy game, and I loved Brock Staubach. I loved Hugh Pearson. I loved what the team stood for. But then over the years, I started watching them, and I said, man, what's going on with this organization? And Ed can't sit there and tell me he ain't never got it up there. Last year, I can just remind him, time management is what caused them not to get past, go to the next level. You had home field advantage, but you couldn't manage the time right. You let your fans take it on the sour note.
Oh my Lord!
He almost bit his lip that day.
Well, Cedric, I was sitting in the background. I told everybody that I'm going to play the background this year and let all of y'all do all the talking that you want to talk about. Yes, I was really heartbroken, and yes, I was sad as all outdoors when your real colors start to show. I really was really upset, but I understand why, because you still want to get close to the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I know uh, that you really want to get close to, Jerry Jones. So I know that you like the finance. So over there in Raiders Town, that's part of Jerry Jones' makeup. So thank you so much for being.
Talking about Jerry Jones. He's a good man. He's a great businessman. I have seen him do some things in the community that's been incredible. I mean, he's if you want to really know the truth, the most valuable, the team that's worth more money than anybody is the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
They are the best when it comes to franchise, marketing, everything they do. When they say they do it big, they do it big.
Wow.
But the only problem I have is when you get in, what do you do? You know?
Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna show you another trick this year. We're gonna show you the best trick in the world. We're gonna show y'all. We're gonna show y'all that the Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Well, we got beat. So the thing about it is, the Raiders haven't been there but a little bit of time.
We went out with excitement. We lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions.
Well, you didn't make it in.
We got in the playoffs.
Cedric, we got in the playoffs. We got in the playoffs just as well as you did.
I had home field.
That's right. So regardless of how we got there, you got there with us. But I want folks to know, because Cedric, you and I go back just like old shoes, just like old shoes. Because you gave me great opportunities, and we've been working together for a long time. But because we were so close, you was my boy, and what I did not like when you took your colors off. I did not. What makes you do that to me like that?
Well, I tell you what, fellas, let's talk about the NFL season before y'all go toe to toe. Let's talk about the Raiders. Let's talk about this season, and let's talk about how they're doing preseason. The Raiders.
Well, they're undefeated so far in the preseason, but I don't take all that part serious because it don't count. You know what I mean? But we got a good team. The big news is we got Devontae Adams. He left the Packers, and I think it was a good move because he showed them, hey, y'all are all about Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers got to have somebody to throw the ball to. So far, yes, they kind of cut down the preseason, so there are 4 games. We beat Jacksonville 27-11. We beat Minnesota 26-20. Minnesota's a good team, and we beat Miami 15-13. But these, we have a new coach. He came up under the Bill Belichick system, and Josh is going to do a great job. So we got the Patriots on this Friday night, and then we open up on September 11th. We will be in Los Angeles to take on the Chargers.
Wow.
Well, when you're speaking of the Chargers in preseason, I know it. Let me get it out. I know you want to hear it. In preseason, there was a team that beat the Chargers real bad. Do you know who that team was?
Tell us, Mr. E.
If I see it for a star.
The Dallas Cowboys beat the Chargers on the other day, Saturday.
That's right.
And so now I want you to know that they are worn out, so y'all might beat them when you go into the preseason with them.
Well, you know what? You're right about that. My wife is a Cowboys fan.
That's right.
What?
She's a fan.
32-18.
My wife, I'm not going to try to change it. But we have fun. We have fun when I go to, you had Dion on it, boy. Dion says to me, no, he didn't say it, you said it on social media. Check this out, Yolanda. Don't you feel like you're out of place?
Oh, shade.
He know he's out of place. I mean, a man that brought me over. I've been a Cowboy fan for such a long time. He said, Ed. Now I tell you what. You tell our listening audience when you call me and said, Ed, this is what you need to do, and then you jump ship.
I'm tired of losing, man.
But you gave me an invite. You said, Ed, I want you to put in the application to be the chaplains of the Cowboys.
Yeah, I put you in contact with Charlie Biggers, and what it is during that time period, that's when the team was in Valley Ranch in the Irving area, and they had what they call the FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. During that time period, Michael Irvin was there, and we saw Deion Sanders.
That's right.
Wow.
When he got baptized, he was at the Potter's House with Bishop Jake.
Yes.
Kudos to Deion Sanders for what he's doing, because he's doing great things down there in Mississippi, in Jackson. And he's had a Hall of Fame career. He is very spoken. He tells what it is, but he's supporting HBCUs, and he's speaking his mind. So during that time period, we saw him make his his conversion where he became a Christian. And in spite of what's going through, I respect him to the fullest,
Yes, absolutely. Tell us what teams you're impressed with during this preseason. Who's kind of catching your eyes and ears? Go ahead.
Really the big surprise to me has got to be the Houston Texans for what they've been able to do without Deshaun Watson. I know they played the Rams the other day. Their quarterback's name is Davis Mills. So, that's the team to watch out for that I feel that should be looking out for. If you really want to know who I think will be a contender in the AFC, and I know this team should have went last year, but they had the greatest game, and that was the Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
Kansas City Chiefs. Did you see that game, or you remember that game, Ed?
I remember that game. The Buffalo Bills look real good.
They did.
A lot of people are sleeping on the AFC teams, because when I begin to look at the AFC, but here's the thing. The TB has not been on the field yet. That's Tom Brady has not. He has not made up his mind yet whether or not to come back out. What's up with that?
Well, that's a good question. If first of all, he exited the playoffs losing the game on last season, and he's the kind of guy, he does not like to go out the way he did. So he exited, but then about a few days later, he changes his mind, said, I'm coming back. Now he's back, and it's a very interesting situation. But the organization, that's what they have to deal with. So I say probably by the time they start their season, because they played against the Titans the other day, lost that one in the preseason 13-3. When it's all time, when they start in September, they'll be ready to go.
All right.
Don't get caught up in all the drama right there. But I do want to say something before we leave, and I got to say this. I want to share this with you guys, and it's called "It Ain't That Serious."
Wow.
You're familiar with the football player who played Aqib Talib. Did y'all hear about the shooting that took place on last Monday?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. 9-year-old kids in a scrimmage game, playing the game where adults are doing what they can to be there for them. Well, adults are supposed to be there. Mom's on the side. Dad's out there coaching, making sure. But it's a scrimmage. It's not a real game.
Yes.
But when you look up and you see a person like him running on the other field, going over there to start a fight with the coach, his name is Coach Mike, and he's holding the marker, and he's having to run for his life, and all of a sudden your brother comes up and pulls out a gun and shoots him 3 or 4 times. That's awful. And then the bad thing is that the parents and the kids that we're out there with see the whole thing. Those kids are traumatized. They don't want to play the game no more. So I want to remind everybody, the listeners, as you take your kids, even if it ain't up for basketball or soccer, whatever that sport is, I want you to remember this. It ain't that serious. Somebody's going to win, and somebody's going to lose.
And that's
all done. Just shake hands.
That's right. And that's one of the greatest things that we have to do as adults. We got to stay out of the little league games, out of the games, and let the referee do the referee and let us sit back in the fans and get out of it. Look what it's not right for Cedric or me to get out there in the game and act ugly because of the game. You know, I was told last year, Cedric, because I was very emotional about the Cowboys. Somebody told me that you ain't playing for the Cowboys, so you know, you ain't getting a paycheck. So why are you acting like you're part of the team? You know, but I got a question for you. You know, what about Chess Gaber? He played the entire second half of the Raiders preseason game. Isn't that y'all starting quarterback?
No, our starting quarterback is of course the quarterback. He and Devontae Adams. Devontae had it, and that's Carr.
Yeah.
Carr is, you know, let me just be real with you. Do you remember what happened to the Raiders last year with their coach John Gruden?
Right.
He was sending messages back to online and talking about racism.
Yes.
And you can't do that. And so those guys had to continue to play the game with the magnifying glass on them. Well, they overcame of it. They pulled it through the situation and barely made the playoffs. It came down to that Pittsburgh game and the Chargers game. So the answer to your question is they're going to be fine. They got a new coach that's going to come in there and he's going to take the team and he's going to get them right. But they made it, and Gruden is out.
Yes.
Now, since you're down there and in Oklahoma, and you're not too far, you're about an hour and a half from the Cowboys stadium. Tell our listening audience, what do you think the Cowboys going to do this year?
You want to know the truth?
I want to know the truth because you came out the closet, and when you came out the closet, you told everybody you was a Raider fan, so you can't tell the truth. Sit behind them stars.
The truth on that situation. I think they're going to go ahead and make the playoffs again. Only team that I see that's going to give them a hard time is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. And I've been hearing that even from, other fans and one of our friends from the Philadelphia Eagles said,
That's right.
Watch out for them. They're coming for you.
And then we got Donnell Williamson will be here with us on the 29th, Cedric. That's one of your boys up there at Oklahoma.
We call him the 580 boy.
The 580 boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Don will be up here. He called you the mayor.
Look, what other players are we kind of like looking at this season? Who's going to stand out?
Well, let me just tell you this: if you look at the roster, first of all, you won't have to worry about your key players not being able to play because they done got paid. So when you look at that roster, your quarterback, Dakota Prescott, Dak Prescott, the players, Tyron Smith, is going to be left offensive tackle. Connor McGovern is going to be left offensive guard. The center is Tyler Blazad. Zach Martin, who's a veteran, he's the right offensive guard. And Terrence Steele will be, of course, the right tackle. Fullback, whenever they use it, will be Ryan Nall. But the key thing is the receivers. I'll give you the list of names. One is from Oklahoma, and C.D. Lamb, who wears number 88. Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert, James Washington, Noah Brown, and Dennis Houston. Then you got Dalton Schultz, the tight end, Dak Prescott, quarterback. The backups such as Cooper Rush. Running back is going to be Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard on that situation. But this past weekend, we saw a young man.
That's right.
And he lit it up on the special team. And if he don't make the roster, then some fans are going to be mad because they're going to need him. And that's going to be, of course, their coach responsibility to get that together. Now, I was told that Kellen Moore is going to have to open up the playbook. Maybe he's going to wait till the season starts. But for right now, those are your key guys. And I didn't even talk about the defense, but I would say, and the Cowboys defense has gotten much better than they have been before.
So when you did all of that, you're looking for the Cowboys to win our district. You're right. You're looking for the Cowboys And the only trouble we gonna
Did
have.
you say no, Cedric? I didn't hear
trying to put words in my mouth.
Yes, because I was like, wait a minute now.
Cedric.
Cedric said no.
I'm not gonna be hating, because
What about them Raiders? Now, what about those Raiders? What they gonna do this year?
Raiders got a tough division. Okay.
Wow.
They got the toughest division. Last year was NFC West. This year it's the AFC West. We're in there with Kansas City, and now Denver has got Russell Wilson, who left Seattle.
Yeah.
And then the Chargers. So all four teams, it would be impossible for all of them to make it in, but anything can happen. We saw three teams last year in the NFC West get in, but they play each other, so it's gonna be tough. But I just know that Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes, along with Keith Stevens, who went to Tyreek Hill, is now with the Miami Dolphins. So it's gonna be tough. I just say that the Raiders will make the playoffs.
So what do you?
Division, but they will make
the playoff.
What do you think about the ratings of the sports today? Those 34 teams that are out there. Who do we really has to look out for for the whole championship? Who do you think?
I'm gonna go down real quick. I'm gonna go with an AFC East, Buffalo without a doubt. They are going to be in there. If I had a team that I felt like they was going to get in the playoffs, it would have to be the Patriots in that division. AFC North is wide open. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Let's look at it last year. Cincinnati was the worst team last year in the division.
Yeah, that's right.
And guess what? They made it to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
One winning cap.
Absolutely.
If you look at the AFC South, I think the big surprise is going to be Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh.
You think the Jaguars going to pull it out?
They're gonna be surprised.
What about the Tennessee Titans?
They'll be in there, but I just think the Jaguars are, because they have a new coach now. They're gonna turn this thing around.
Absolutely, Cedric. Do you have? Go ahead. Right. Say that again, Cedric.
I say it's just still too early to tell. We got to watch, because the key thing is you got to know, is there are injuries that go on throughout the season.
Absolutely.
And the team that stays healthy the most will be able to do well.
That is true.
When Dak Prescott got hurt, y'all had Garrett Gilbert brought him up there.
Yeah.
Your quarterback was going to be every year,
Yes. So, Cedric, tell us something else that's going on in your life, any community events or anything that you're doing that you've started in particular that you would like to share information about?
I'll tell you what it is. I'm glad you asked, because I know the listeners want to hear more than sports, so we're going to be respectful to them. I want to tell you about something special that I'm involved with, and it's the National Juneteenth Museum. It's going to be in Fort Worth, Texas. And as you know, we now have Juneteenth as a national holiday.
Yes.
The lady that is the grandmother of Juneteenth is Miss Opal Lee. This weekend, she had the chance to travel to Oklahoma. We went to Ardmore. We went to Shawnee, to the citizens of Potawatomi Nation. And then we met with the Black Council of Mayors of the 13 Black towns here in the state of Oklahoma. And we all had a chance to talk and meet with her. And now in 2025, hopefully, they will be having a National Juneteenth Museum to tell the story about freedom, what it's all meant. And I would encourage people to go to the Juneteenth Museum. If you can, make a contribution of $6.19 so we can build this museum. It's going to be a beautiful place where people can remember about our heritage. It's a we thing, as Ms. Opal said, because it's dealing with everybody, from the Indians and everybody are dealing with the Juneteenth.
Absolutely. Cedric, if you get a chance, put that link down on our feed or email it to Mr. E so we can add it to our FYI radio show page. Thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you for blessing us today and being on, and we wish you all the success.
Cedric, say this before you go. Go Cowboys.
Oh, no.
Have a good one, Cedric.
Have a good day, Cedric, and we'll talk to you real soon. Oh, wow, Mr. E. I mean, that was like, what do y'all call it in radio?
Crickets.
Crickets.
Dead
it
air.
Was dead air.
That's my good friend, Mr. Cedric. That's my good friend, Mr. Cedric Bailey, who is sports commentator
editor.
in the city of Dallas and Oklahoma. What does a wonderful job.
Yeah, he's doing great things, and we just thank him again for being on with us. You all come over here. All our social media feeds are up and popping today. Last Friday they were not, but we got it together. And we thank you so much for joining us. You all be blessed and be back here on Wednesday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. Our special guest has been none other than Mr. Cedric Bailey out of Ardmore, Oklahoma, one of the greatest sportscasters in Dallas. For more information about FYI, you can give us a call at area code 757-714-7861. Thank you so much for tuning in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, WPCE 1400, and Peace 95.3 FM. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. This love is there for me, where I am now.
Wow, we are so excited because we are back. I tell you what, Friday it was scrambled eggs. Mr. E, we were on, half of us was on Facebook Live, but now we're on all platforms. But we've also added our FYI Radio Show page, thank God. You can also go to my fan page, Yolanda Hinton's fan page, and I believe it's Crystal or Young Men Achieving Success. I'm not sure. I'll check that out. But there are other platforms that we've added along with the other ones, Mr. E. So we're going to try to pull Mr. E's his feed in because his people want to see live and in real time.
That's right.
And so we'll do that. But anyway, we're glad to be here.
And that's what it's all about. Letting our listening audience know that's what it's all about for us to be on all these platforms.
Yes.
I mean, just get ready because pretty soon we're going to be on 88.9. That'll be another platform on FM 88.9. So we're trying to serve you nothing but the very best from point A to point B to be one of the largest radio shows, FYI, in the whole wide world.
Absolutely. Now we got some information for you all. Look, we still need you all to support our petition, our anti-bullying petition, Cristo Community Development Corporation, our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. Please tell your friends to go to the page, Our Community Against Bullying, or my page or Mr. E's personal page and whatever, and you can see the petition, or go to change.org. You can put it in there too, and you can actually click the link. Just don't like the page, but click the link.
That's right.
And go ahead and fill it up. We need at least 100 names so we can so they can broaden our platform for our anti-bullying program and our project. So that's what we need.
Ms. Hinton, when we talk about that bullying, the petition, we want to let everybody know that this is a serious matter.
Absolutely.
This is just not something that we're going to get a pat on the back for, but we just want to let our listening audience know, let your family know, let everybody know that bullying is serious. It's one of the serious things that one could ever. It's cyberbullying, it's children bullying little children, and it's adults bullying one another. So we want you to go. I can't plead with you enough. That's why we're taking the time out on Mondays. Today we'll be on from 6 o'clock p.m. to talk to you more about this great petition.
Absolutely. And we also want you to save the date, October the 15th, 2022 at 11 a.m. We're going to give you information about that rally in Chesapeake, Virginia. And you all just hold on. You'll see more ads and more information and what's going to be happening there and who can come. And, but we want you to think about that date, October the 15th. Put it in your calendar right now. There's a lot going on that day, but we want you all to take time with your family, your children, to be a part of that rally. Also, we before we go on with that more and more, we got some upcoming shows.
That's right. We got some great upcoming shows coming out your way. I want to let you know that Miss Teresa Colongo will be our special guest. Miss Marla Green will be with us, along with Mr. Donnell Williams will be our special guest, and Miss Yvonne, Miss Yvonne Frederick will be with us also.
And many more. We have some that are still confirming those dates, and we are looking forward to that. So we have Miss Colongo who's coming on, who is going to talk about autism. And we're going to learn more about it. I'm going to learn, I know I'm going to learn stuff because I don't know a whole lot about autism, but she's going to tell us the effect of it, how many people suffer with it, and her organization has certain information that you can get if you are interested. They got websites and different things like that where you can find out more if you think you have someone that has that condition. So you all make sure you listen and tune into that show. Also, we'll have sports talk again. Thank you again, Cedric Bailey, for being on today. But we'll have some other folk up there on our sports talk. We're going to talk about this season, what's going on, and everything.
You know, Miss Hunter, the season is right around the corner. But just before we go to that, going forward with the season, I want to let everybody know. I want to let folks know that when Miss Colongo come, I really wants to be educated about that. I have a great grandson that has autism, and so I really want to know more about this, how to deal with it, and what to know about helping them through this, through that challenge.
Oh my goodness, yes. So you all tune into that show. And also Friday show, we're going to be talking to Miss Mylara Green, and she's going to be talking about her organization, a lot of mental health issues that people are having, and some things people are suffering with, specifically in this age of COVID, and so she'll give us the information on that. She's doing great things. We're going to find out more about her and how she's moving and shaking. She is getting her doctorate, her PhD, Mr. E, over at Regent University, and she's a young lady, and so we're going to make sure we highlight some of the things that she's doing, her organization, and how you all can get help.
Ms. Hinton, I want to put some breaking news in the air that on Wednesday, the 24th of this month, oh, what a special guest that we're going to have. And we're going to start looking at things from his perspective. I'm waiting for him to give me agreement. He looked at his calendar now. Okay. He talked to me this morning, and he talked to me on the weekend. He was at a service that I was at yesterday. The mayor would be coming with us on Wednesday to talk about issues concerning men from the mayor's perspective.
I was just thinking about him. I saw him. He's still doing great things.
Yes.
Even though he's kind of quietly doing things. He is somebody that is definitely in the community and always productive. Oh, that would be a treat. I hope he can make it.
Yeah, he told me this morning. He told me this yesterday that when I asked him to be on as our guest, he said, "Okay, I'll let you know." This morning, he said, "I'm checking my calendar, so I'll give you the answer this evening." So be on the lookout, Mister. I was going to surprise you with it.
That's a surprise.
To let you know that our friend, the mayor, will be calling in.
Oh my goodness, because we just saw him. I just saw him on social media, and he's always involved in the community. So that is definitely going to be a wonderful, wonderful treat. So we have a great lineup of folk, and we're looking for FYI to expand on a lot of different platforms. Mr. E speaks about 88.9, and we're looking forward to that. We hope that you all that get a chance to tune into CBC 95.3 FM will do that, and just be a part of the FYI family and all the things that we are doing and accomplishing here with this show.
I want to say good morning to Miss Roberta Carter, Miss Jewel Colbrew, and also to Miss Trayvon Cuffey. Trayvon Cuffey, thank you all for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you all for joining us. Let's see, we have the upcoming shows. Don't forget, tonight, we're going to be on at 6 instead of 7. And please join us. We're going to talk about the anti bullying initiative. We're going to talk about why it's important to support it. We're going to talk about the petition, our October the 15th rally, and some of the things that's going to be happening as a result of the anti bullying project. Through Crystal Community Development Corporation. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media. I'm noticing, Mr. E, that the numbers are slightly going up. It may be slight, but they're going up on all platforms. And we are so glad that people are getting a whiff of what's happening. Now, we are on FYI radio show on Instagram. It's one FYI radio. Don't forget to go there, and like we need our numbers to go up because we just got that page up and popping a couple of months. So we need the numbers there. Please, please, please. Our personal pages, we also need that number there. Mine is going up. I'm getting close to the 1,000 that I want. Mr. E needs you all to go to his page. What's your page? What's your handle on what is it that you go
Instagram?
by?
Pastor E on Instagram and Pastor E on Twitter. So you can catch me as Pastor E on Twitter, and on Facebook it's Edward Everett, and on LinkedIn it's as Edward Everett. So you can catch me on my government name on those social platforms.
Absolutely. Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube pages. Please go to those pages and subscribe. We need you all. We need the numbers. We have to have those numbers in order to do certain things. In order to come live on Instagram and TikTok, you have to have the numbers. You just can't just pop on. They don't want just everybody to pop on. You got 2 people that's following you. They don't want that. They need a group. That's what it's all about, the numbers.
That's right.
And so please go to those pages of ours and subscribe and follow.
And that's what it's all about. Listen, because we are all over the network. We're all on. This is the thing I like about what we do, Miss Hinton. This is real radio. This is what we call real radio. This is not artificial make-believe, put in the box. This is radio that is heard all over the world, in your cars. We got a listening audience regardless, and we don't have to go back and tell folk, hey, come join us. We got a listening audience on AM and FM. We got a listening audience on, because we're on three different radio stations now. We on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, and Peace 95.3. And we're on the World Wide Web. If you see, one day when you're in the studio, we'll take a picture of our new station that's getting ready to come on. Let me see if I can't swing around to it. This is a new station that we're getting ready to go on, and that's 88.9.
What's the letters?
That's WMVA.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
That's 88.9. Listen to me. A lot of you may never know what it is to be on radio. We've been on radio for 6 years, bring you in the community, bring you nothing but
we have an anniversary in November, 7 years, Miss D.
Bring you nothing but the very best. Bring you from this to that, to that, to this. So I want you to continue to support us, either on social media as well as on our radio platform. Tell your neighbor, turn your radio dial to 95.3 WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, and 88.9. And while you're in your office, go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com. And there you will see WGPL 1350 and WPCE 1400. Click on either one of those. And then when you go to AM 1400 and 1350 AM, you're going to see the church webcast. Click on the church webcast, and guess what? You can hear us all over the world.
Too excited. It's just wonderful to be able to be on these platforms and to have great guests like we had today. Cedric Bailey, again, thank you for taking your precious time with being with us.
Who we found out his real identity, he's a Raider fan.
Well, we kind of knew how many years ago did we know he had jumped ship from the Cowboys. But see, listen to this. This is why Mr. E is saying this is because he was a commentator for the Dallas
The Dallas, he
Cowboys.
still is.
And he still is. For years, he was ride or
That's
die,
right.
just like
That's
Mr.
right.
E for the Dallas Cowboys. But then all of a sudden, he said, okay, I'm going back home and I got to get back in the clique for they beat me up there in Oklahoma for not being a Raiders fan. So, he has done great things and big things with Dallas. You heard Mr. E talk about how he was going to make room for him to be a chaplain in one of their divisions and things like that. So he has a brand, he has a big name.
Yeah,
And
he's well known now.
He's well known. He's been doing a lot of things, and he's even doing a lot of things in the community with the Juneteenth initiative and things like that. So that's why we're talking about him. Mr. E knows him well, and we just want to congratulate him and thank him for all that he's doing.
And not only that, Miss Hinton and I will be traveling real soon, if everything go well, to Dallas Cowboys to be in the press box with Cedric to call the game live. We was talking earlier, Miss Hinton, about our name being a household name in Dallas and in Oklahoma City. And the reason why, because of the 580 boys, as well. We was on on one of their shows,
absolutely,
and we was on the show with Cedric Bailey on Rejoice 100.9 FM doing sports talk. So now they give us another opportunity to put us back on to be a household name because we brought great contents to Oklahoma and to Dallas.
I tell you, we are loving it. And I'm loving sport. I'm learning more. I'm really going to get into this season now, Mr. E, because guess what? It's time for me now to learn the names of the players. I know the famous guys, but I'm just saying I need to do my homework and make sure when we come with sports talk that, hey, I'm in it. And I'm able to really articulate what's going on and what teams are playing and things like that. All I ask for Mr. E is let's not make it about the Cowboys so much. Let's rightly divide all this so we can, so we can really have a good sports talk because we want to talk about all the teams and what's going on. Mr. E has already started looking at the games and preseason. I told Mr. E I wasn't ready for it yet, but I feel like I am now. I feel like, when it's time to like Sundays or whenever, Mr. E, you got to let us know so now all of us can kind of join in and see what's going on early.
And that's what it's all about. We just don't want to eliminate, even though I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, die to the hard. I mean, I got paraphernalia, blankets, I got hats, I got, you name it.
Everything.
I got TPs, I got clocks, I got it all, watches, and even down to Dallas Cowboy cologne. I got it. So, I wear a pair doing some of the games when I'm preaching on the Dallas Cowboy games. I got a pair of socks that I put on my feet that has the Cowboys up there. But I want you to know we're going to be well rounded this time. We're going to let you and everybody know about other teams that's out there in the league.
So look, you guys, I'm sitting up here looking at all the platforms now on Facebook. So if you don't see us on our personal pages, you're going to see us on FYI page and some of the other pages. Yeah. Very excited about that as well. So look, don't forget the ladies' pie. Now listen, my business manager, aka Chris Hinton, has told me now it's time for me to start pulling a couple of more items into the baking goods. And so now, Mr. E, I need a few guinea pigs because I'm going to be making 2 items. I'll name them once I, practice and things like that to add to the collection. We're going to have a launch for the ladies' pie now. Coming up close, we're getting ready to get close to the holidays, and I want you all to show up and show out so we can, have these goods go out into the world.
Listen, you take patty pie.
Oh, don't talk about that.
Patty pie. I want y'all to know, once you have the ladies' pie, there's a lot of people that are trying to duplicate it and talk about pies. But even though you should ask yourself the question, how is it that a pie can stay in Walmart, hundreds and hundreds of pies that can stay in Walmart and don't
allegedly
and don't go bad?
I tell you what, don't worry about that pie. You all focus on the ladies' pies, the cookies, all the treats. We're going to be giving information about that. You're going to be seeing that launch as well. Don't forget the ladies' book. The book is there, and
Yeah.
the ad, Mr. E, the ad, everything is out there. It is going specifically to a certain market. So you all, if you don't see it, please know that you can still get the book online. I'm going to put all the links and everywhere you can get the book, my book. The bullying is right underneath your nose. The ebook, the hard copy, you can come through me, inbox me, and send me a note and say, hey, I'd like an autographed copy. Or you can get it at our rally. The books are going to be available there. And I'm going to have a book signing after that at the Virginia Beach Central Library. You can get it there, the hard copy as well.
Don't forget to let them know, Miss Hinton, that it comes in 2 versions.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Yeah, let them know it comes in 2 versions. Come in the English translation as well as the Espanol Spanish translation.
Right.
So you can get it on both sides, on the Spanish version or the English version.
Absolutely. So I tell you what, let me see what else. What we said, follow us for
Any
music.
tea.
We are not serving tea today, but I tell you what, we got some tea to serve. And we have a young lady, Miss Clara Huff, who is helping us serve tea, Crystal Hinton. And she's going to be helping us to serve that tea. But on Friday, Mr. E, we got to come up with some really, really, really good tea. We got some tea from last week that we got to serve this week and more.
Just let our listening audience know. Here's a question for y'all. Inboxes on this question. Should Dennis Rodman, who's a basketball player for the Chicago Bulls, should Dennis Rodman obey the President of the United States and go to Russia to try to pick up the young lady that's in Russia's jail? Should he go obey and just be a representative, or he should leave it alone and let the officials handle this?
What does he know? First of all, I want to say this. What does he know about Putin? I mean, are they close, tight, like him and Kim Jong? Or, I mean, is he somebody that possibly, Mr. E, could get her out? Because sometimes you do have that mediator wherein, one of the leaders will say, look, I don't want to do nothing, but when you have somebody that has been close to other leaders and dictators, he may have a rapport with them.
Well, when I look at Dennis Rodman, he's either to the left. 99% of the times he's to the left. And so he don't mind going over there and do what he do. See, Dennis Rodman is that kind of person that says, oh, I'm going over there because I want to help the organization. I want to be a vocal. He said, well, I know Kim Jong and everybody knows Kim Jong. And so now I don't know if he playing a Trump card, or I don't call 2 people now. He playing a Trump card or what? But I'm saying, and I want your honest opinion, should he or should he not disobey the United States government and go over there, or should he just go ahead and launch out, take the chance and go?
I think he needs to be careful. If he doesn't have a relationship with Putin, I think he should just kind of like maybe look all this worldwide internet. Why can't he do a FaceTime with Putin?
Well, see, you got to remember, sometimes physical, when you go there live and you go physical, sometimes you want to go in there and face the folks head on.
Is he going to be able to get that close?
Well, I hope that he get in there and he can get out. I hope they don't get him in there and I think, well, from my understanding, I think Rodman played over there in Russia during his basketball career. I don't know what kind of impact he put on Russia, but now he's thinking about going over there and trying to rescue the girl. But hey, leave it alone.
So, yeah, we're going to serve that tea. I was getting ready to serve a little bit more, but no, we're going to stop right here, Mr. E. We're not going to serve any more tea until Friday. If you all have any tea, I'm talking about some real good tea.
Juicy tea.
Juicy
tea.
And this is the thing, Mr. E. By the time we go from Friday to Friday, it's so much tea that has been served. And we don't want to really serve old tea. So we want to make sure, we're constantly getting that new tea, that tea bag.
We brew fresh.
Yeah.
Tea. It says why not brew a little ray of sunshine?
Absolutely. Also, the ladies' music. Don't forget, the music is online everywhere. You can get the music. Also, you can be. We can host your special event and special occasion. You can even go on Gig Salad, GIG Salad, SALAD, and request the lady and Mr. E to host your special occasion or special event. Tracy Porter, good morning.
From the Sunshine
What
State.
you doing in Miami, young lady? Are you on vacation? You know I'm going to be in the ATL coming up in September, young lady. And please, 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 we got to talk. So she's in Miami, chilling, having a good time.
But one thing I can say, she got some flyers miles.
Oh,
She flies all over the world.
place. So anyway, it's good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest. You can be an intern or sponsor with FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest, an intern, or sponsor, all you have to do is inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. Or you can email us at FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadioShowLive@gmail.com. Or you can call us at area code 757-714-7861. If you'd like to be a sponsor or special guest, just give us a call. Drop that information in the boxes or email us.
You know, Miss E, I just had an epiphany. I need Cedric Bailey and them to send us some cowboy hats, honey.
That's what I told
I'm talking
you.
about real not the cowboy hats like for the game, but for, I had my lawyer, he's supposed to be sending me some cowboy boots, some real boots. And I'm not talking about the team, the Cowboys. I'm talking about the real Southern Texas.
Snakeskin.
Woo, yes. So look, Tracy Porter is talking about vacation. Girl, you didn't tell me you was going to be on vacation in Miami. But anyway, I hope we'll get a chance to talk and hook up in September. But anyway, you all are a blessing. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank God that we finally got back on our platform. And don't forget to meet us on tonight at 6 o'clock. We changed the time, 6 o'clock p.m. tonight to talk about our anti-bullying initiative and give you information on all the things that are going on and what you can do and how you can sign our petition and things. So be blessed. We're going to see you back here on Wednesday. Mr. E is going to tell you how you can get in touch with us. Enjoy your day.
I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. Our special guest has been none other than Mr. Cedric Bailey, a sports commentator for the NFL. Listen, don't forget to join us on Facebook Live for your information on Peace 95.3, WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350 AM, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook Live, and on the World Wide Web from 9:30 to 10 right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.
Be blessed.
2 up, 2 down, VA.
Steve, before we go, who was on? Roberta, Tracy, and
Miss Roberta Carter was on. Miss Tracy Porter was on, along with Miss Jewel Corporal. Miss Trevon Cuffey was on, and
Mr. Trevon, Tracy. Okay, everybody. I just wanted to say hello again. God bless you all. We'll see you back here on Wednesday.
2 up, 2 down. Bye now.